Reality isn't fixed, and that changes everything. You ever wake up from a dream that felt so real it takes you a second to remember where you actually are? You open your eyes, look around your room, and there's that brief moment where your brain is still halfway inside the dream trying to figure things out. And what's interesting is, while you were in the dream, you weren't questioning it. You weren't doubting yourself. You weren't overthinking how you looked. You weren't replaying awkward conversations from 3 years ago. You were just existing in it, fully immersed. Then you wake up and instantly label it not real. But here's the part that fascinates me. If something can feel real, completely real while you're inside it, what makes this reality different? And if reality is experienced through your mind, then how you see yourself might quietly shape everything you experience. So maybe this conversation about reality is also a conversation about self love. So let's start easy. Right now, as you're watching this, there are Wi Fi signals passing through your body, Bluetooth signals, cell phone signals. You can't see them, can't feel them, can't taste them. And if you can taste Wi Fi, we need to talk after this video. But they're there. Dogs hear sounds you can't hear. Snakes detect heat you can't detect. So already we know something important. Just because you don't sense something doesn't mean it isn't real. Your senses are like a highlight reel, not the full movie. And that matters because sometimes we treat ourselves the same way. We judge ourselves based on what we can immediately see, our flaws, our mistakes, our insecurities. But just because you don't feel worthy all the time doesn't mean you aren't. Sometimes the good parts of you are just outside the frequency you're tuned into. Here's another way to think about it. You're not seeing reality directly. Your brain is translating signals. Light hits your eyes, your brain builds an image. Sound hits your ears, your brain creates noise. It's kind of like watching Netflix. You're emotionally invested, you feel like it's real, but at the end of the day, it's pixels on a screen. Your brain is doing something similar with life. It's constantly editing, interpreting, filling in gaps. So reality as you know it is already being processed before you experience it. And here's where it gets personal. If your brain is constantly interpreting reality, then it's also interpreting you. And if you've been running an internal narrative that says, I'm not enough, I'm behind, I'm flawed, your brain will quietly edit your world to support that story, which means self love isn't just a feel good concept, it might actually change the way your brain presents reality to you. Let me give you a simple illustration. If I hide an object behind a piece of paper, from this angle you see nothing. From this angle, you see the object clearly. Did reality change? No. Your perspective did. And life works the same way. Two people get stuck in traffic. One is furious. The other is vibing, listening to music, low-key enjoying the alone time. Same traffic, two completely different realities. Granted, if it's Florida traffic, both might be mad. But zoom this in closer. Two people make a mistake. One thinks, I'm so stupid. The other thinks, okay, lesson learned. Same mistake, different self-perception, different reality. Now, obviously, there is a shared reality. We all agree trees exist, rain exists, the sun rises. But inside that shared world, everyone lives a personal experience. Take rain, for example. Some people love rainy days. Cozy, peaceful, nap weather. Others act like the sky personally offended them. Same rain, different reality. Now apply that to how you see yourself. Some people wake up and immediately look for what's wrong in the mirror. Others wake up and think, I'm a work in progress, and that's okay. Same mirror, different reality. Or imagine something extreme, like you see a UFO land in your backyard. No one else sees it. To the world, nothing happened. But to you, you're inside Googling how to politely greet aliens. Your experience is still real, even if no one else shares it. And the way you experience yourself is just as real, even if no one else understands it. Now let's talk beliefs, because this is where things get interesting. Have you ever bought a car and suddenly you see that same car everywhere? You think, why does everybody have my car now? They always did. You just notice it now. Beliefs work the same way. If you believe people are rude, you'll notice rude behavior more. And if you believe people are kind, you start noticing kindness. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. If you believe you're not lovable, your brain will filter for proof. If you believe you're growing, your brain will filter for evidence of progress. It's like your brain has a search filter running in the background. Type in flawed, it highlights flaws. Type in worthy, it starts highlighting strengths. You can even feel this emotionally. Think about walking into a room in a great mood. You're relaxed, smiling, open. People respond differently to you. Now walk into a room stressed, irritated, closed off. Same room, different reactions. It's almost like your inner state quietly shapes the reality you experience. And your inner state is deeply connected to how you treat yourself. If you're constantly attacking yourself internally, that tension leaks into everything. But when you're patient with yourself, kind to yourself, you show up lighter. And reality feels lighter too. So here's the empowering part. If perspective influences reality, then the lens you choose matters. You can look at life through stress, fear, lack, or through growth, gratitude, possibility. Same world, different experience. It doesn't mean problems disappear, but it changes how heavy they feel when you're carrying them. And sometimes the first shift isn't about loving your life. It's about learning to love yourself inside your life. Because the relationship you have with yourself quietly shapes everything else. So what is reality? It's partly shared, the physical world we all move through. But it's also deeply personal, shaped by your beliefs, your emotions, your perspective. Two people can live in the same world and experience completely different lives. So maybe the real question isn't just what is reality? Maybe it's what kind of reality am I choosing to see? And maybe even deeper than that, how am I choosing to see myself? Because when you change that, everything else starts to look different too. And if you enjoy conversations like this, the kind that help you understand your mind, your perception, and maybe even treat yourself a little better in the process, make sure you subscribe. Not because the algorithm needs it, but because we're building something here. A space where it's okay to question things, to grow mentally, to challenge old beliefs, and to learn how to see yourself with a little more compassion. No hype, no pretending to be perfect, just real conversations about mindset, awareness, and becoming someone you actually enjoy being. So if that resonates, you're already in the right place.